Hello and welcome to an EngView training video. This is on a display, and actually I shot this video yesterday and it came out perfect except for my microphone wasn't working. So anyway, let's try again. So the display that was in question was 62017. Let's go find it here and let's open it up in EngView. And the question was how do I take this column and put it on this side? And so, there's lots of parts that go into this display, and so you can't really just easily take that and, let's say, mirror it to the other side. So what we can do is we can actually create some mirrors of these parts and then reassemble it. And let's just go ahead and open up and see how the assembly works so we can kind of understand it. Looks like this shelf comes together, the sides go on, so these are the ones that we want to flip. And then they come together, and then down here, it looks like we add the tray at the bottom, so we'll have to re-add that. And we add the lid to the top. All right, let's go to town, and we'll work this thing out. And actually, let's go back to this step right here where they're getting added. Let's go to our master canvas, and we can see it's this part, and this part is the ones we want to work on. So one thing we could do is we could right-click, and we could clone this, so it'd make a copy of it. But it isn't going to copy the 3D view at the same time, and the same with this one. So let's go ahead and actually go to the one-up drawing. So we're on it. We'll right-click on this, and we'll copy the drawing, and we'll make a copy of the 3D. And let's just put this and call this left, and say OK. So now we have a copy of both parts. We'll take this, and we'll flip the design. So now it's flipped. And if we take a look at the 3D and we refresh it, we're going to get a flip side. We'll go back to the master canvas just because it's easy to go to the one up there. We're going to right click, go to the one up drawing, do the same thing. Let's copy this drawing and we'll make a copy of the 3D. We'll come in here and let's do right on this side and say OK. Same thing. We're going to right click up here. We're going to flip the design. So now we have a different flip design there, and we'll update the 3D also. We'll refresh it, and now we get the opposite side. Let's go into our 3D sequences, and let's go ahead and let's delete this side. So I'm going to Control Delete. I'm going to click on this one, Control Delete. And now what I'm going to do is go to my 3D tool. So I'm on the 3D tab, and this is going to give me all my 3D parts. And let's go ahead and let's get this right sidewall now. And we're going to go ahead and I'm using the phase tool here where I'm going to go back a phase. And now we'll take this edge right here and let's attach it right there to the side. It does look like I have it upside down, but we can fix that in a minute. Let's see if it's all kind of lined up. I think so. And let's go get our other columns. So that was that ADV, and this is the wall left. So we'll go ahead and we'll go back a phase. Go back another phase, and that gives us this side that we can grab. And so we'll do the same thing. Let's zoom out a little bit, make it easier on me. I held Control and scrolled out on my PC. So we'll snap this one on there too, and it looks like we're snapped in place. Same thing. Unfortunately, they're both upside down, but we can fix that. So let's click on this part, and we'll go to Parts down here in the lower right. And let's just take this and we'll rotate it 180 degrees. So we just did it minus 180. You can see everything's lined up. Grab this part here. We'll do the same thing. We'll rotate it around. And looks like everything's kind of lined up to me. So now we'll come down to our 3D sequences. Now, one thing that we do want to do is at this point, we don't want them to be from the very beginning. You can see like that. So we're going to take each one of these parts. I'm going to double click over here and I'm going to say, hey, don't be initially visible on this one. Same thing over here. We're going to double click on it. We're going to say don't be initially visible. So now when we come to this step here, let's grab this first part on this step here and actually we'll show it. So we'll say show. And then we'll come to the other one. Actually, we'll stay on that same step and let's show that one too. So now you can see both those show. Now let's go see what this viewpoint was. When we get right here, I think we're right here. So we may end up, after we showing these, we might want to move over a little bit like so. So let's go and reset this viewpoint kind of like on this side here. And so we'll just go ahead and put the viewpoint in there. So we're over this way a little bit more room for that other part. And now we've got those. Okay, so now we want to construct these. So we'll take this large one, or I guess, well, it just doesn't really matter. We'll take that one first and let's construct it. And we'll go to this one here and let's construct that one. So I'm going to construct it. All right. And so now you'll see that we're constructed. We can kind of work through our other steps here. And the bottom will come in. And I think this is then after that slides into place, we should have a blank spot right here where we can go ahead and attach our bottom tray. So let's get the tray. And I don't know where it was attached originally, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to attach it right here. And I'm not sure which ones those are. But I'm going to click it right there. And now it's attached to that side. So let's close out of here for a moment. We'll grab that new tray. We'll go to the parts. Let's rotate it around 90 degrees. So we're at -90. And let's also go back to the part and figure out, let's lock it in the right direction of what we want. So we really want it all the way over here. And that should get us on either side. We can kind of take a look at this in a solid wire so we can see the edges. And so you'll see that's hanging out too far. So let's go back to centered there. Okay, so now you can see we're centered, but we do have to take into account the end of this tray. So, the tray folds over, two material thicknesses. So we have a nice special variable that we can put in there. So let's go okay here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a nice solid wire view so I can see the edge. And I'm going to grab that part and let's find out which direction that is. I think that's the Y. Okay, so we want to move positive or negative, and we'll do -d. This is a special variable for the material thickness times 2. And so now you can see we're perfect there on both sides. So everything's lined up, which is good. Let's keep working through our steps now. So we're going to come down. We'll zoom out a little bit here. And we didn't separate it and move it in place fancy like it was. We could if we wanted to, like those are moving in. And then last somewhere down here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's get the top and let's put it on. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do back to my 3D tool again. Let's go find the top. Where are you? Top panel, lid. Okay. Looking for top, but it's lid. We'll grab this same thing. I'm going to stick it right on there. And this time I'm going to actually adjust it to where it's supposed to go. So we're locked in place. And then make sure we're centered. We are, but same thing. We've got to move it over a little bit. So we'll click on that part. We'll go to parts. I'm pretty sure this is still the Y. So we'll move it this way. So same thing. We just want it to be negative, the material thickness times 2. Boom. All right. So let's kind of go back and see how did we do here. Let's go to the very beginning usage. And same thing. We want to make sure that we show those. So let's take this tray lid and let's make it not initially visible. Show the tray right here. That's where we want to show the tray. All right. And then we'll go to the top and we'll grab the lid and we're going to show it here. All right. So now let's go back to the very beginning. Let's see how we did. We're going to play through it. See the parts coming together. Side panels coming on, folding into place. Next one coming on here. And I guess I could have picked a phase for that one too. All right. Now we'll expand this out. Our shelves, I think that little, first that bottom locking piece can go into place. We'll put our bottom on. Nice. Add the shelves, I think. Yep. Cool. Put the locking pegs in. There you go. And then last, we'll put the lid on it. So anyway, that's how you take a design that you may want to reverse and reassemble. And now it's ready to rock. You can resize it. Everything's parametric. Thanks for watching.